We have 23% of the world of forests. We also have more than 40% of the world's biodiversity. So what we're suggesting is to have an integrated set of policies that move from climate action bills that match the NDCs that the countries have signed towards 2030, but also have the green taxonomies, the green finance, the circular economy, the investment of market-driven nature-based solutions with indigenous communities, and what is also more importantly, be able to compensate the countries for the protection of biodiversity and the protection of the forest. If this is all done, Latin America will be a significant part of the solution. And I just want to tell you this, Latin America has 47% of its emissions due to negative use of land and deforestation. So one of the most important things to accomplish is zero deforestation by 2030. And I think I'm optimistic that we can do it if we have a massive mobilization of resources through the biodiversity credits and also through the carbon credit mechanisms that are available today.
Is there a hope at all that we might see the cessation of deforestation or something near to that in the region at any point soon?
This region has lost in the last 40 years the equivalent of the size of France and Germany together. So we need to stop the deforestation rate, because if we don't stop it, what we're going to see is that in less than 10 years, the Amazon will become a net emitter. And if we are able to build the market-driven nature-based solutions, but also tackle the illegal economy of illegal mining, illegal crops, illegal cattle, illegal wood, we'll be able to protect the region. And the best way to do it is incorporating the indigenous and the rural communities to be paid for the conservation and protection of one of the world's most important ecosystems. So, for example, in this COP, where people are talking about a global carbon tax, any carbon tax should devote resources to compensate the externalities in the countries that have been affected by the climate crisis, but also to address issues like putting an end to deforestation in the Amazon.
Talk to me about some of that protection, Mr. Duque, because you've said that you believe that Amazon 30 by 30, that the pledge is achievable and achievable earlier. But what kind of progress are we seeing in terms of tackling those hotspots?
We need to have a broader consensus worldwide to face this kind of crimes. And one of the things that are also necessary is that in the Amazonic countries, most of the environmental crimes never had imprisonment sentences. Now we have done some progress. Colombia set a good example. We're seeing other countries doing the same or following the same path. So I think we need to combine the law and order mechanisms, but we also need to find mechanisms to compensate the communities that can restore, that can reforest, but also that can protect the existing forests. And we also have to identify opportunities with Amazonic products to build aggregated value chain that can reach other markets in the planet. And I think there are good examples in Brazil, Colombia, and Peru, but obviously we need to scale, replicate, and have a more sustainable flow of resources so that this becomes a clear way to exercise protection.